Well, so this afternoon, there's some good news for owners of UniCredit over its license revocation by the Bank of Ghana. The Court of Appeal has declared that the decision of the central bank was unlawful, an unlawful exercise in its powers. Now, the three-member panel, presided over by Justice Gabriel Sovereign, actually overturned the revocation of the UniCredit license. Let's get more now from lawyer of the UniCredit organization, lawyer Kwesi Edumante, who joins us on the telephone lines now as we're beginning to learn much more details about this. But thank you, counsel, for your time. First of all, tell us about this. Congratulations to your team, but what's really the implication of the ruling that was delivered by the court today?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Just a slight correction. I'm not lawyer for UniCredit. I'm lawyer for Foda Holding, shareholder.
Hello, sir. If you could come again on that point, sir.
Yes, I'm saying I'm not lawyer for UniCredit. I'm lawyer for Foda Holding.
Yes, okay, precisely. Yeah, if we could, we're just looking at the implications of what it is that the court has directed today.
But what it means is that we've been taken back to the 15th of August 2019, when UniCredit still had a license to operate. What it means that the revocation that was notice that was issued on the 16th of August 2019 with respect to UniCredit, the court, i.e. UniCredit license to with UniCredit.
Yeah, so how did you get to this point to secure this judgment that we're getting from the courts?
Well, the Bank of Ghana has powers to revoke the license under the bank and special deposit licenses of companies like UniCredit. But then the Act also mandates a procedure for revocation. Now the court found that the Bank of Ghana didn't follow the procedure, so the revocation was unlawful. So that's the point.
And
you recall that in 2019 issued, we filed an application to the decision because in the view of Foda Holding, the revocation was unlawful.
Yeah, Councillor, I'm having a little difficulty hearing you clearly on the point you're making, but if you can hear me, let's proceed to the issue about the way forward. We do know that ever since that announcement was made by the Bank of Ghana, a lot has happened. Some takeovers also happened in terms of your assets. The challenge now is about getting all of these things back. What's the way forward in achieving some of these objectives?
Well, the way forward would depend on my client. That would depend on them. They have a number of options, to liaise with the appointed receiver, find out how the roadmap to returning all those assets back to UniCredit, or to liaise with Bank of Ghana, see how best UniCredit can start working, probably from tomorrow.
Right, and we know that you're a lawyer, so you're quite confident with the procedure. Normally, when a judgment is given in this nature, what happens thereafter?
But what happens thereafter, such a judgment, we would have to draw up the judgment and serve it on the other party, as the Bank of Ghana request. Then they would have to comply with it. If they don't want to comply with it, they know what to either take them appeal the judgment. And I don't think they would want to.
Right, and as we speak now, have some of these processes been exhausted already in terms of serving the Bank of Ghana? Or...
No, we just left court literally about 2 hours ago. So we don't even have a copy of the judgment.
So is this also extending, and I mean the judgment, extending to the effect on the customers as well? Because some of them may have moved to other unions and other fund managers as well. So what's going to be the implication for these customers as well?
Well, like I said, when the license was revoked, a receiver was appointed, and the receiver carried out some duties. So as far as the receiver duties affected those customers, that would be it. Some customers as it were withdrew their funds from UniCredit. Technically, they are no longer accountable.
Right. We need to wrap up.
Unless UniCredit is still, indebted to those customers.
Okay, we need to wrap up, Kwesi. But I just want to find out one more issue about the holdings you represent. There are more issues affecting that group, including the issues relating to Unibank itself. So, is this giving you grounds to proceed to demand for further action?
So my instructions were with respect to UniCredit. So I'm not able to talk about their dealings.
So you are saying that for now, all you're focusing on is UniCredit, and you're not seeking to go beyond that?
Yes.
All right then. We're grateful for your time. That's Kwesi Duante representing UniCredit in that judgment that was just delivered by the court. We'll bring you some more updates as when we have them. But let's talk education now. The Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition is appealing to all striking teachers to resume work immediately, as they warn there may be dire consequences for final year junior high school students who are about to write their final examinations. The coalition, made up of some 200 civil society groups, argues that although the concerns of the teacher unions are legitimate, government and the aggrieved parties ought to ensure that they avert any grave impact on the future of the school children, especially with regard to the shutdown. So let's get more from the national coordinator of the Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition, Benis Imperi-Jechi, joining us via Zoom now. Thank you, Benis, for your time. So let's get the concerns clear. Is this to suggest that the teachers did not get the timing right in terms of that decision, which we heard a couple of days ago, for them to embark on the sit-down strike? Is that your assessment of the whole situation?
Yes, please. We were thinking that now that some of the students are in their final year, we thought it prudent that they could have considered the consequences that those children will go through as a result of the strike now, because they are almost at the end of writing their basic exams, and now the teachers are on strike, which is going to affect them so much. It is the reason why we are pleading that the teachers should go back to the classrooms once the negotiation for the increment in their cost of living allowance is being put at the table. We learned that yesterday there was some negotiations that are still ongoing. We are pleading with all the teachers union to let their teachers return to the classroom, especially for those children or pupils who are writing their final basic examination.
Why is this of concern to you, particularly when the teachers say the cost of living has gone up and government would have to act immediately?
We all appreciate that cost of living has gone high so greatly, and it is not only teachers, but every Ghanaian is facing that situation. But we are looking at the state of our finance now. We are not only asking the teachers to return to the classroom, also pleading with the government that they should put all prudent measures in place to make sure that there is a negotiable cost of living allowance for teachers. And we also believe that there are so much demand looking at the economic situation. We are pleading with the government that they should look at the concerns of the teachers and put measures to address them. Before the strike, we also got to know that some negotiations were done with other key stakeholders, but they were not listened to. This is the reason why the strike has to come in. So if the government and appropriate bodies had listened to the teacher unions, we believe that the strike would have been averted. So we are pleading that the government, as soon as possible or as early as possible, some prudent measures should be put in place to let those teachers go back to the classroom. But still, we are appealing to the teachers for the interest and the future of these finalists, we are pleading that the teachers should please go back to the classroom.
Is it your argument that even if the teachers go on strike, we know that it's an independent examination body that organizes the examination, all of these candidates may not be successful when they go in to write their BEC?
Yes, please. We are looking at the preparation that has to go on, what the students have to know before they are ready for the examination. That is what is at stake now. Because when it happens like this, parents, guardians, and especially students themselves are disturbed in a way. They may not be able to meet all the curriculum activities before they write their exams. So we are afraid that if it is not attended to as early as possible,
it appears we're having some challenges with your line, but finally, have you commenced any engagements with the teacher unions or perhaps with government just to try and convince all of these parties to come to terms with whatever it is that would allow teaching and learning proceed smoothly? Unfortunately, we're unable to hear what it is that Benes is telling us, but the message is clear. They're coming through from GNECC on the need for the teachers to return to the classrooms. But we know that a meeting between the Employment Ministry and the striking teacher unions ended inconclusively today, with the teachers refusing to call off their strike. Now, government is in the meantime pleading with the striking teachers to return to class. Defense Minister Dominic Neetiwul says there is simply no money.
How are you dealing with that? So as Defense Minister, all our appeal to all these bodies is to say that we've taken the decision to take our program to the IMF. They should give government some bit of time and let's negotiate. They should give government some bit of time and let's talk together. Let's this idea of, oh, I'm going to go on strike, I'm going to do this. The government has all the means, they will give it to you. This government has shown very good faith to everybody that if they have the means, they will do it. They've never disrespected workers. They've never shouted on workers. They've negotiated with workers on good faith. I plead with them that they should give government the opportunity to negotiate with them in good faith. Can you imagine you are leading an IMF team and workers are asking for maybe between 6 to 8 billion extra income or extra expenditure on the budget? It makes your work very, very difficult. I just plead that yes, things are difficult. We all accept. It's not the fault of a worker that maybe if he was earning 3,000 Ghana cedi yesterday, that 3,000 may buy less things. But like I said, let's plead with everybody to give government the opportunity to negotiate very well with them. But I really, really worry that whatever we do, we should look at our kids and ensure that we don't leave a country where tomorrow those kids will find Ghana a different place. We've managed ourselves very well up to now. We will continue to do whatever we have to do. And I will give Ghanaians a promise. We'll continue to do whatever we have to do to keep this country very safe. Extremely very, very safe. But it will also depend on how they help us, including all of us, how we behave, what we do, what we eat, our demands, our tastes, everything.